Hello, hello. Welcome to Healthy Goals Wednesday with Gail and Heather.
Hi,
Who are we?
everybody.
I think we're Gail and Heather.
Yahoo! I
Woo!
hope everybody's having an amazing week and doing well. So, who do we have in here today, Gail?
Lori with It All Adds Up. Bob with the Robin Hood Homestead. Beth with B&S Odyssey, and Jennifer Ocean Homestead. And if you guys would share this out in your community tab to give people just to remind. Hello, Scott, Rambling with the Brums.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah. So, how's everybody been doing on drinking their water and getting their bodies moving this last week? I know it's hot in a lot of places.
Got my water.
Doing inside. I've been drinking my water. I've been still doing the rebounder a few times a day and lots of like outside stuff.
Trying to get back on my walking like 5 times a day, like I was doing there. I'm trying to get back on that and just get back on track from eating, traveling, different things going on. You get thrown off track and you just have to keep getting back on track. And I don't really like to drink our water here because I actually had kidney stones last year. And one of my friends told me that she thinks it comes from water that's not properly purified.
Hi, Robin.
And so I don't know if that's true or not, but let me tell you, having kidney stones is no fun, and I don't want to have it. So that's why I drink bottled water. So you can get on to me if you want to, but I'd rather drink bottled water than that tap water over there. And our town is always having these boil water notices. So that makes me wonder, are they really doing what they're supposed to be doing with our water?
Well, and also if you think about it, everything that goes down the drains, down the tubes, everything that comes out of people's bodies.
Mm-hmm. And medicine. People drop their medicine down there. Mm-hmm. Hi, Linda, with another
people flush things down the toilet intentionally.
Yeah, they have been trying to bring up awareness not to be flushing your prescriptions down the toilet. If you're done with them, you're supposed to properly throw them away. But me personally, I probably just tie them up in a Walmart sack and throw them in the dumpster.
Right. So you get all
maybe
that
make it work.
And then they put whatever they put in it to make it clean, but it has no nutrients in it anymore. And did they get completely cleaned? I don't know. I don't
know. How could you take water nutrients out of something? Water is water.
Well, it does. Water's supposed to have lots of minerals and things.
Hi, Mimi's place. Well, it's the minerals I'm afraid of. The minerals of everything in the world in there. Wow. I'm afraid of the water. I also do not drink soda, and I drink very little bit of tea. Yeah, occasionally. Hello, Anne. How are you? Carol. You have to drop it off to the police. Yeah. Hello, Butler Family Farm. Yeah, I've heard that.
Oh, like old prescriptions or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I don't. Yeah. So today we're gonna Gail and I are going to talk about some different healthy, different types of meals that we can eat throughout the day, or healthier choices, just to help give everybody some ideas. Some things you might already do, or some things you're like, oh, that's a great idea. So she's going to list off a bunch of things that might inspire you or not, either or.
Yeah.
And then I read some different recipes. And if anybody wants them, I can post them in my
community tab.
Yeah. If anybody's interested in the full recipes.
Yep. I also have some of the recipes from tonight listed in the description box of this live. Apples and raw cheese. Yep. Filling and delicious. Yep, that hits your protein with the cheese. So that's good. All right. So you got your ID and your blood drawn. Ooh, I don't like getting my blood drawn. So some dinner ideas that I have, some that I use pretty recently, and you can use your vegetables from your garden for this. Stir fry. You could make it with meat or you could make it without meat. I've made it with beef and I've made it with chicken. I've also made it with pork. So you can make it with any kind of meat or even ground turkey. So stir fry is a great option, healthy option. There's also a lot of healthy pizza type things you can make. You can make it on an almond flour tortilla or a low carb tortilla. There's also cauliflower crust that you can buy or make and make your own pizza. So making your own pizza is healthier. So that's definitely an option. I have a few videos in a healthy playlist and a plant paradox playlist, and some of these recipes will be in the description box. I have a meatless Monday. It's a spinach black bean enchilada recipe. The very first time I made it totally with no meat because I wanted to try the recipe as it was, and you wouldn't even know it didn't have meat in it. It was perfectly filling and delicious, and I loved it. So, and then the next time I made it, I actually added hamburger meat to it. So it's a really, really good recipe, and I do have that recipe linked in the description box. Another good option is chili because most everything you put in chili is not bad for you. You can use your canned tomatoes. You can use hamburger meat, which is good for you. All your spices, garlic, and all these things, beans, all these things are good for you. So chili is a great option. Also, tortilla soup. Now, putting your crunchy chips on top of it is not making it healthy, but if just the tortilla soup itself, there's really nothing in the soup that is bad for you. Just sprinkle it with a little bit of cheese. I do have a tortilla soup, chicken tortilla soup listed in the description box of this live. Also, another, like an everyday option is to do a barbecue chicken. So you just take your chicken thigh or your chicken breast. I prefer thighs, but any piece of chicken that you have, cook it in some kind of a sugar-free barbecue sauce, or if you make your own barbecue sauce, there is a really good G. Hughes brand, has a stir-fry, ketchup, barbecue sauce, all kinds of sauces that are sugar-free, so they're perfectly good for diabetics, people trying to watch their sugar. So barbecue chicken is a great just anytime recipe. Meatloaf is a good idea. Most of the stuff you put into meatloaf is not bad for you, so meatloaf is good. Tacos, you can make tacos very healthy. You can make it with a almond flour tortilla or a low carb tortilla. Also, a crunchy taco is not too bad either. Also, a taco salad. So say if you made a taco salad without chips, you just take your beans, your meat, lettuce, tomato, cheese, sour cream, guacamole. All those things are good for you. And you could have yourself a chipless taco salad. And we do that a lot. Also, spaghetti is a great typical option because you can use zucchini for your noodles, and you can also use the bonza pasta, which is actually made from chickpeas. So maybe during the summer, use your zucchini, and during the winter, you could use this bonza pasta. Or if you have some frozen shredded in your freezer, you can kind of warm that up and then make it like regular spaghetti. And I have done that. My shredded zucchini, used it to make spaghetti. So those are my dinner ideas. Do you guys have any cool dinner ideas of your own? You want to mix in one of your recipes?
Sure. Mango salsa you can make. You can use it for a salad dressing. You can add it on top of cooked meat. Let's see, orange glazed carrots, sauteed greens. Let's see, sweet potato fries. For breakfast, you can do hearty egg burritos. if you would like, you can, instead of using tortillas, you could use different like greens, like salad leaves as the wrap. Like, what is that called? So let's see, what other orange oatmeal pancakes. Let's see, pineapple carrot muffins, yogurt parfait. Yes. Yeah, salsa. Yeah. Okay, let's see. And for some entrees, baked flaked chicken, which is kind of like your barbecued chicken that you talked about, barley and lentil soup. Let's see, there's black bean and vegetable quesadillas. You could minus off the quesadillas. You don't want to add too much salty things to your foods. You do need salt, but not extra.
Yeah, not too much.
Broccoli soup, chicken soup. Let's see, what else do we have? So many recipes and skipping through some of the recipes. Veggie wraps, I thought, would be very wonderful for a brunch or a lunch or even a dinner. That's awesome. And then desserts. A lot of them have a lot of sugar, but sometimes it's nice to treat yourself. But you can make healthier versions, or as healthy as you can versions of desserts. Apple crisp, banana crumble, chocolate cake, pumpkin muffins.
I'm going to try those black bean brownies. I've been wanting to try that recipe for a while.
Good, you can go for it.
Huh?
Go for it.
I know it sounds disgusting, but I bet it's good.
Nah.
You're making the face.
Gail, you spelled your email wrong.
What?
So sloppy joes, I think, could be a good, healthier meal if you're.
Oh, I left the L out. I left the L out. I did.
A healthier sauce, or a sauce that's healthier. That's what I have.
Okay. I'm going to I have more to talk about, but I'm going to stop and do a early bird giveaway real quick. So Bob and Lori with It All Adds Up and Robin Hood Homestead have donated some seeds for tonight's giveaway. And those are the ones that are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I did leave the L out of my name. So after the I, insert an L.
Oh,
Let me know if you can see the screen.
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a big fan of black beans. I will eat them, but I'm not much of
a fan. They're not my favorite thing. I really prefer them in stuff. Like in that taco salad I was talking about, it's really good. It's also good in the black bean enchiladas. When you're mixing it with other things.
Hubby doesn't like it. I like a rice with some cilantro and some lime and some black beans. That's good. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Daniel.
Put in hashtag Lori and Bob if you would like to win some seeds. I believe these seeds are coming from Amazon. So we're going to say USA and Canada on this one. If you happen to pick seeds that are her personal seeds, those probably need to be. We'll discuss this with Lori after we pick a winner. But I think some of them are coming from Amazon.
Let me see.
So the Amazon option are going to be the ones you need for the Canada people.
How excited about.
which I believe are the
nothing at all, or at least I don't
so
see
the Canada options are going to be the Swiss chard. Swiss chard is coming from Amazon. I don't know which other ones are coming from Amazon. You'll have to help me out with that.
Yep.
Basically, if you're in Canada, we're just going to send you the one that's coming from Amazon but yeah, anyway. You get what I'm saying. Some of these are her personal collection, and some of these are ones she's ordering from Amazon. So I have 4 entries. Type hashtag Lori and Bob if you would like to win one set of the 4 seeds that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
I have tons of Pampered Chef recipes. Tons of them.
Yeah. I just have one recipe.
I have like a big, huge. I saved all the cards because I sold Pampered Chef a long time ago. And so I saved all the little cards that came in with all the stuff.
Did you used to have the bread pans that were shaped like little flowers?
I don't have bread pans, but I do have their cookie makers that are shaped. Cookie press thingies.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bunch of stoneware.
You want to do the count back?
Okay, you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Haha. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Tamara, congratulations.
Please send me an email to the email scrolling across the bottom, but be sure to insert the Gale into Gale's there.
Thinking a new color is too much
Sorry.
Either Chevrolet GMC are helpful.
Apparently
no, not interested.
My phone came on.
What was I going to say? I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, so the next section, snacks, desserts, and snacks. Okay, so dark chocolate is a good option. You're going to want like 85 is like premium. I mean, I don't think you can even stomach 90 because 85 is really bitter. 32 tastes better, but the higher the number, the better it is for you. And the thing about it is more bitter, more better. It has more sugar in it, so dark chocolate is a good option. Apples.
Oh, cool.
Blueberries, strawberries, your low sugar fruits. Greek yogurt. You could do Greek yogurt with fruit on top. That's also a good one. Carrot cake muffins. I have a good carrot cake muffin recipe I think it's in the description box, but if not, it could be in my Plant Paradox playlist. Right. Homemade granola. I have a recipe for that. I do know for sure. Huh? You have that on there?
Yeah, it has the nutritional facts and stuff like that. So I was a foster parent for a long time, and so we always did a lot of activities and went to cooking classes and stuff like that. So, and plus I was doing I did childcare before that. So I have a lot of early childhood educational stuff. So much stuff. Lots of recipes.
Also have 4 more snacks.
Ooh.
Cottage cheese, cake in a cup, nut mixes like walnuts, pistachios, and pecans, and cheese sticks, just like a slice of cheese. Okay.
I like that.
Was what you were saying. Huh?
Cheese stick is the best.
Yeah. Just actually, just a slice of, just a regular slice of cheese, which is what Jennifer was talking about earlier. So cheese is good for you based on the fact that it's protein. So it will, it will partially fill your belly up. So protein is going to fill your belly up. So that sloppy joes, well, My only problem with sloppy joes, the sloppy joe part is not bad, but what are you going to do with the bun? How do you solve the bun problem?
You make it with your own grain.
Okay.
Or
Right,
you do bunless. I mean, who needs some buns?
Yeah.
Uh,
Salsa. Yeah. The only problem with salsa is the chips. However, you could eat them with veggies.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Healthy choice meals, sugar-free additives, and smoothies. Yeah, smoothies are good, like proteins. That's
Yep.
one thing. One recipe I did put in there is for a drink called a Mocha Freeze. It's basically a protein shake that has coffee in it and chocolate and protein powder. It's really good and healthy for you. And I have that recipe in the description box of this live. Breakfast options. So here are some of my breakfast options. Spinach and onion omelet. So you just take your olive oil, you wilt your spinach and caramelize your onion. Then you add in your egg, you turn it over, get it ready, lay it on the pan, put your cheese in then, and then flip it over because for some reason it's better that way. I kind of learned that from Dr. Gundry's videos. So
Yeah.
that's when I got good at making omelets, watching him do it. And I was like, that's totally the way to do it. You know, the Greek yogurt bowl, which is what I talked about earlier, where you take your Greek yogurt on the bottom, you take some frozen blueberries or regular blueberries, and you put them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and you kind of just saute them and kind of squish them, and it kind of makes a juice, like a compote. And you put that on top of your Greek yogurt, sprinkle it with some chia seeds, maybe the homemade granola if you have some, and eat that as breakfast or snack or a meal. And that's perfectly yummy. You could also boil yourself eggs to eat as snacks or with your breakfast. Protein shakes are always good. Always, keeping a basic protein shake is just protein powder, a whole scoop. Don't skimp on the protein powder because that's filling your belly up. A whole scoop of protein powder, your almond milk or regular milk, whatever you can handle. I said protein powder. Cocoa, if you like it, or you could do strawberries, or you could do chocolate and strawberries, and that makes and add a little ice to it, and you got yourself a good protein shake that's really tasty. So a lot of
that
easy.
sounds nice. I need to incorporate doing shakes or eating yogurt with berries. I have like every day, a couple times a day, I'm picking blueberries, and my strawberries are done. Blueberries and raspberries. I eat a couple handfuls of those at least once every day.
I love blueberries.
Yeah.
I need to grow blueberries. They're like, I didn't used to like them, but when I started following the Plant Paradox diet, I started eating them. You spelt your email wrong. Yeah, I know, Lori. Hopefully Tamara will correct and put the L in there, and then I'll be okay. But Tamara, don't forget the L in my email.
Yeah.
Too hard to go back after. Yeah. Anyway, so I have written down for sides, I have grain-free crackers. I believe I did put that recipe in the description box. It's a gluten-free cracker recipe. Broccoli tots, Brazilian cheesy bread, kale Brussels sprout salad, and then also just a plain vegetable salad with lettuce and tomato and whatever you like, carrots, radishes, whatever.
Yeah, the more colors that you add into the meals or dishes that you have, the better variety of vitamins. So say like if you're having if this and this has vitamin A, but they're all different things, you're going to get a little bit different vitamin A from the different things. So if you do colorful foods, of course, assuming that they all go together. You know what I mean? You don't just toss a bunch of random stuff together. But,
Yeah.
the more colorful it is, the more different varieties of vitamins that you are being able to get inside your system. So that's good. And it being, the season that it is, whether you have a garden or not a garden, hopefully you will be able to, well, unless you're in Australia because it's winter over there, I think. Go to farmers markets and stuff like that. Farm stands and, other farmers and stuff like that to see if you can source some decent stuff if you can. And, if you have if you eat meat and you have some meat, adding in, some greens, whether they're cooked greens or like a cold salad or something like that is a good thing. Chia seeds and coconut. Yes, it does. They swell up and it's kind of good. It's kind of like a pudding, Jello pudding, more like a pudding kind of consistency. I did it before. It's not bad.
Yeah, I need to try that again. One area I do need help in is the lunch category. So when I was, anyway, here are some of the ideas I have. And I kind of eat the same things over and over again. Chicken fajitas. So I get chicken thighs and I chop them into bite-sized pieces, one whole chicken thigh. And then I cut up bell pepper and onion. And then then I freeze that. And then on the day of, I take it out to thaw in the morning. Then I saute that in a little bit of olive oil until it's done. And then I put it on a almond flour tortilla with lettuce, tomato, and cheese, maybe sour cream or guacamole, whatever I have. And that's one of the things I eat a lot because it fills me up and I don't want anything else. Another thing I do is tuna salad, either in a low carb tortilla, or sometimes I'll just eat a bowl of tuna salad without any kind of bread. Also just a salad with some kind of meat on it, or just, some kind of protein on it, a boiled egg or cheese. But yeah, give me some lunch ideas, guys. That's where I probably need a little bit of work.
Right. Okay. So here's something really cool that was in this book that I've been, that I was reading stuff off. So substitute ingredients. So if the recipe calls for melted butter, like 1 tablespoon of melted butter, you could try 3/4 tablespoon of canola or olive oil, whatever oil you use, to saute and for sauteing and stir fries. Or you could do 2 tablespoons of broth to saute your vegetables in. So that's nice. Buttermilk, like if you had 1 cup of buttermilk, use low fat buttermilk or 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar, plus enough low fat or non-fat milk to make up 1 cup. Cheese, 1 cup. 1 cup of low fat or non-fat cheese. If I'm going to eat cheese, I'm eating cheese.
Yeah. Basically, the nutritionist that I was following, Autumn Bates, says you should be eating the full fat version of milk and cheese because it makes you more full, more satiated, she says. Right. But I say more full. So I'm looking, Tamara, to see. I have my addresses here to see if I have your address.
Well, she said that. So Lori has Tamara's address. So Tamara doesn't.
Lori has it. I was going, I don't have it.
Well, Tamara does not need to email Gail, and Lori's got that handled. She already chose what seeds she wants and everything.
Okay,
right?
I was going. All I have is what's written on these cards. Those are all the addresses I have. I'm covering them because some of them are people's home addresses. So those are all the. I was like, I don't remember.
Here's for some of those people who don't like Mayo or Miracle Whip or want to try something different.
Family Farm. Hello.
1 cup of mayonnaise. What you could do instead is 1 cup low fat or non-fat sour cream, or 1 cup plain low-fat or non-fat yogurt, or 1 cup of low-fat mayonnaise. Well, I just, for some reason in my mind, I visioned that 1 cup of mayonnaise and like eating it. Ugh.
I eat the mayo that has olive oil in it. That's what I eat. And I try to just eat smaller amounts of it.
So I don't know. For some reason, I don't like it. I cook with olive oil, but I do not like the olive oil mayo. But I don't use that very often, anyways.
Yeah, I do use
I
olive
don't
oil.
like when I make my homemade mayo. I don't like the flavor of it. I just don't like that mixture. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like the store-bought version. No, because I made it myself, and my kids didn't like it either. So we use a different
Canola to canola, yeah.
oil.
Anytime they say canola oil, I use olive oil instead. Or
Yeah,
avocado oil.
whatever oil you want to use. I'm just reading.
Or if it's a dessert,
Yeah.
I use coconut oil.
So baking chocolate, 1 ounce, you could use 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder instead.
Yeah, cocoa powder gives you a chocolate flavor without giving you the bad parts.
So switching from 1 cup of whole milk to 1 cup of skim saves you almost 60 calories and 8 grams of fat. Well, I'm drinking whole milk. Yeah, I have avocado oil and grapeseed oil, coconut oil. Yeah. But
I do everything with olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil. Those are
I need
the
to
three
try the
oils I use.
grapeseed and the avocado and see if I like that, because just the
I haven't tried the grapeseed before. Does it have a good flavor?
yeah, I bought it mainly for making soaps. So just to have another option.
Yeah, I've also heard a rumor, but not allegedly, olive oil helps to unblock your.
Well, also when you're buying olive oil, you want to make sure that it's unrefined. So you're buying it at the store, and you're just buying, just like you're buying the honey at the store.
Yeah. Yeah. I buy the best olive oil I can afford. Let's put it that way.
Ooh.
That's my answer to that.
White vinegar.
White beans, sugar, real lemon, white vinegar, salt, puree, no oil instead of mayo. Yeah, she makes some interesting recipes.
Who?
Cool. Carol. She makes like salad dressings from things that you wouldn't think to make salad dressings from, and you're like,
yeah,
where did you get that idea?
Like I don't mind cooking with olive oil; it doesn't bother me. But to make my mayo, that.
Yeah, well, because you're not cooking it, maybe it makes a difference.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna screenshot that. Thank you, Carol.
A recipe.
Yeah, because I'll forget. It'll go
right out of your head.
And
yeah,
then I'll remember like a month from now. Oh yeah.
I did get excited because I got my grow station set up for growing.
That's cool. I'm going to be doing sprouts this year.
I don't have it like plugged in. I just have it like 2/3 of the way cleaned off.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
I have one more section on the bottom, but before I can finish that section, I have to clean out the craft room so that hubby can start putting his stuff in there. Anyway, it's a moving closet situation. But hello, Moon Sprout.
So, is it time?
Is it time
for something?
Sure.
What is it? Exciting. Do you want to do yours or me?
Let's do yours.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do, and Gail, you can pick whatever word you want to use. Make it heart. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta look and see when I need to do some things. I'm gonna do plant some more things, Carol. Okay, so this is what we're going to do a giveaway for. And for those of you that I need to send Lori and Ann, I've got your stuff. I'm going to the post office. Hi, Nancy. Going to the post office this Friday. And then I will email you and let you know that it's sent and when it's supposed to show up. So this is for today. It's called let me get it right, cosmetic bag. It has a zipper and it's nice and soft. So you could put whatever you want in it. I did not make the bag, but I did do the Hello Gorgeous. So that is what we're giving away today. So if you're interested, Gail is going to put the word in that you will want to try for it or put in, right? Yeah. So sorry, I don't go to the post office very often. I'm like once a month post office person. Trust me, I've got a sticky note on your stuff and it will come.
Yeah,
Hey,
I found a bunch of cards and things that I had not mailed. So you're just going to get random things from me. And I don't remember when you won it or got it, but I found some stuff and
from what thing was it? I don't remember.
Just threw it in the mail. I just figured I made it out for a reason. So I just put a bunch of stuff in the mail. So if you get random
I always
stuff,
wrap it in tissue and do it all cute and everything with a card.
yeah, these are just some envelopes that I had that probably had seeds in them. But my baker's rack is not where I'm going to put that stuff anymore because now that's my grow station.
Oh, that's sweet. So Ariella said if she wins, she wants to donate to Nancy.
Oh, hi, Nancy.
Who's gonna win? And if Jennifer Ocean Homestead wins, she wants an autographed paper inside. So does that mean autographed Heather or autographed Milk and Honey Heritage Farms? Because I think you're gonna get Milk and Honey Heritage Farms.
8 entries.
Did you know that I do when I write? I do a mixture of cursive and print.
Me too.
I've always done it that way.
I do a printed S and a cursive rest of my name. That's how I sign my name.
If I have to print like the whole word, I go so much slower because I want to do, because some letters have to be loop-de-loo.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think
How
we're ready
many
to go.
people here today are left-handed?
Are you left-handed?
I am.
You think left-handed. You sure do.
What does that mean? That's great. I love it.
I can see that about you. I can totally see that about you.
All right, with the flat backers.
All righty. So I'm going to do the count back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's going to be the winner?
My youngest grandson, he's left-handed as well. And so is my youngest son.
Beth.
Woo! Yahoo!
Beth. Okay. There you go. Beth won the bag.
Congratulations, Beth. See, you'll be reminded for whatever you decide to use this little bag for that you are gorgeous. So, let me get my sticky notes. So, when you go thrifting, you always got to look. It's not as full as it was. This was full of Post-it thingies. $5 at a thrift store.
Wow.
Is Heather a bargain shopper?
Yeah.
Maybe. A little bit. Just that.
You got Post-its for days and months. And yeah, congratulations for winning that.
Yeah. So
I have to go out and water today, and I don't want to because it's hot. And last night when I got in from watering, there was mosquito bites on my arms and legs, and I had to just go in and take a shower because I felt so itchy. They're just like bumps.
Oh yeah,
So,
Beth, do you want to email me? You can directly email me if you want to.
or I can send you her address.
Okay.
I can send you Beth's address. I'll
Okay.
just make a copy of it and text it to you. Is that cool?
Yeah,
So I got you, Beth, on that.
that works.
Save you a step. I'll make the step instead. Yeah. So it is just absolutely
Oh yeah,
miserable.
you'll have to check that out. That looks delicious. Ariella has.
Oh yeah, I noticed you had some recipes coming up on your new channel.
Yeah, she has some recipes that she's been bringing back on a new channel that she's done. So if you want to go check out some other like different ways of cooking meals, which is exciting to try some new stuff out, because it gets boring, and you might, Gail, be able to find some easy recipes that you can make, even if like it's something that you have to cook the night before for dinner. Maybe cold it would be good in a wrap or something.
Yeah, there are. Well, yeah, there are some things. Tuna salad would be good, made up the day before and then put in a wrap.
Yeah, chicken salad.
Chicken salad. Mm-hmm. Turkey salad, I'm sure, same thing. Same deal.
Steak is cold, good cold the next day. I don't know anything about that.
Were those supposed to be for a giveaway, Lori, from Amazon or from Walmart?
So is this your driver's license or just an ID?
I thought when you were referring to the markers, you were referring to the donation you made to Broken Hearts Ministry. So, okay. So are they coming from Walmart or from Amazon?
Hi, Jory. Welcome in.
Yeah, I saw the picture, but I thought they were in reference to the donation. So I was confused. Hello, Jory.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that, Ariella.
Amazon. Okay. All right. Let's pull.
I like tuna salad, but my husband does not care for tuna.
Like what?
I like tuna salad, but my husband doesn't like tuna salad. So if I make it,
you have to eat it. She have to eat it at like lunch, right?
Yeah. Yep. And my son's like egg salad sandwiches, and I do too. My husband doesn't really care for them. Sometimes he'll eat them. Just depends.
Yeah, I like tuna, but I don't. As long as it's made up fresh, I don't like it to sit on the bread and get soggy, because I have a thing with soggy things. Soggy cookies. Okay.
Why did your cookies get soggy?
That's a thing I have trouble with. Soggy cake, soggy cookies.
Ew. I mean, okay. So if you dip your cookies,
I'm trying to make sure I spelled it right.
I don't know. I can't see it so small. But you gotta dip cookies in milk.
Yeah, see, that's the thing I don't do.
That makes them soggy. That's an okay soggy.
So this is I don't like cookies in milk or cake in milk.
What's for whenever I'm asked what's for dinner, I say, I don't know.
Lori with It All Adds Up and Bob with Robin Hood Homestead is donating these markers from Amazon. So these can go to anyone. Can you see this, Heather?
Yep.
Can you see the word? Okay. All right.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, okay. So Simply Jan Homestead and I were on the phone, and we both have issue with soggy things. We have the same quirk. So we got to talking about banana pudding, and I said, when I make banana pudding, I do the layers of pudding and banana, like that. And then at the very top, at the last minute when you're going to serve it, then I put my cookies on because I don't want my cookies to get soggy, and I don't want my cookies all mushed in the middle, like it's on the top. That way, if they do get soggy and you don't want them there, you can just remove them. But yeah, so I put my cookies on at the last minute.
It depends what it is.
I have trouble with soggy cookies, soggy cake, soggy bread.
Now, if it's banana pudding, I don't care. That's good.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to eat chocolate, I'm going to eat whatever chocolate I want to eat, when I want to eat it, because I don't eat it that often.
Chocolate?
Yeah, if I'm going to eat bad, it's...
I've been craving chocolate lately because I don't have any dark chocolate in the house right now. But I did make myself a chocolate protein shake earlier, and that helped a little bit.
See, because I've told you before, I'm not a snack person. Like, we make
except for salsa and
we
chips.
Don't do desserts and stuff. The only time I do desserts is if it's like I don't know, a holiday or something.
So Lori went and got her ID done and her blood drawn, and so she's donating these markers in honor of her finally getting her stuff done because she didn't want to do it. And I understand.
She needs to have some soggy or unsoggy cookies and ice cream. And
yeah. So me and Jan have the same little quirky thing. Yuck.
Yeah.
You ready to do the count back, Miss Heather? Thank you, Lori and Bob, for donating these markers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm a soft chocolate chip cookie between 2 potato chips. Wow. Never thought about trying that. You know what I want to do? Jennifer Olmstead. Woo!
I don't know if they have sparkles, but maybe you can draw some sparkles with them.
I don't know. So now I don't remember what I was going to say.
Did I throw you off with that?
Yeah. Well, this morning I had a slight headache. So, and it wasn't bad though. And then I have to take an Aleve immediately when I know it comes on. Well, it's actually the beginning of a migraine. Yeah. And if I catch it immediately, then I'm okay. But I feel wiped out from it, even though it wasn't that bad. It does exhaust you for like the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. So, what?
Oh. Have you come across the channel called Moonsprout?
Yeah, Moonsprout's in here.
Yeah. If one of you guys would put up the link for Moonsprout in the chat.
I like it.
You guys that are not friends with her could go by and check her out. Can you donate to Heather? She always donates and never wins. Oh, okay.
That's really sweet.
So you're donating.
I feel like I've seen Moonsprout around for a long, long time, and I'd be curious to know what where the name comes from. The story, okay. The Moonsprout story.
I'll take care of it, Lori.
Thanks, Gil. Thanks for having my back.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight into.
I don't know. I've never tried that.
I'm going to go straight into the last thing because we're at 12 minutes still, and I'm about to. Anyway, so the last thing is going to be. You have a choice of 2 things. So it's either this is one of those, stretchy exercise things, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the one choice, or you can pick out one of these bags.
Oh, I forgot that you had those. Those are pretty.
Bags donated by Beth at B&S Odyssey. So I have a pink, I have a gray, and I have a multicolor.
That's
pink,
a lot
gray,
of choices. That's cool.
or multicolor. So pink, gray, multicolor. So bag or exercise band. And then you'll have to tell me what color bag. All right.
I have a question for Anne. Anne, have you heard of a vibration plate? There's a gal that I know that teaches workout classes, and she was a gymnast when she was younger, and she just very healthy. She just got one, and so I just wanted to know if anybody else has it. So it's this for anybody who's wondering, a square like plate thingy, and you stand on it, and it vibrates you, but it's supposed to be good for like your lymphatic drainage and
I've heard of it.
all kinds of things. Yeah. It could also maybe help for weight loss and just all kinds of things like your nerves, blood flow, and things like that. So I'm just asking.
Can you see that, Heather?
Yeah. How do you say that? Bagger band?
Bag or band.
Oh, bagger band. Yeah, so I don't know. So I'm going to keep watching her, the lady that teaches exercise classes, and see how she feels about it after a while, and just kind of start doing some research and seeing if that's something that actually does anything.
So it's the bag or the band, the exercise band or the bag.
Bagger band.
Okay, I have 2 entries so far.
You know you want to say it.
Bagger
Yeah,
band?
I think so. I think it helps with your whole everything, kind of. Let me look. I screenshotted it, what she said. So it helps, they say it helps with numerous health benefits, burns a ton of calories, helps blood circulation, lymphatic drainage, weight loss, balance, etc. Yes, I have the rebounder, and I'm doing that.
Okay. So
double up
to 7. You want to do the count back? I think.
Sure. It's 50, 49. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
That takes forever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And this is coming from me, so this has to go to USA.
Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, we do not want to hear Heather saying
Moon Sprout." Moon Sprout, if you will send me an email to Gail's Southern Living at yahoo.com. The one scrolling across the bottom is right, except for it's missing the L after the I. So if you would send me an email with your address.
Gail forgot
how to sure if I still have your address or not. If you would send that to me, that'd be awesome.
Gail, did you forget how to spell your name?
Apparently I did. Well, I can't see that far, so that's one thing.
Oh, that's funny. I like it. Yes, so don't forget to go over to Linda's channel at another time. She's going to be interviewing Simply Jan Homestead.
I saw that. So that is going to be happening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. We'll come up with a subject. I have a couple of ideas for us. Also on Friday, I will be having Carol with Growth But Bountifully Blessed as a guest. So if you would like to get to know some things about her, she will be up on Friday. And if you're interested in being interviewed for on Gail's Southern Living's channel on Friday night, send me an email at gailsouthernliving22@yahoo.com, and I will try to get you set up with a date. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and end this live. Hubby started cooking in the kitchen, and I am starting to burn up.
Okay, so everybody keep drinking your water, keep moving your body the best way that you can every single day. Keep smiling, make yourself smile, because the more you smile, the better.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Gail. And next week we'll be on Milk and Honey Heritage Farms channel with Gail and Heather. So we'll see you there for Healthy Goals Wednesdays, and enjoy your meal. And yes, elderberries.
Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you all for coming in to hang out with us. And congratulations on winning the prizes. And we'll see what we're going to talk about next week. So thank you guys all for coming in.
It'll be exciting.
Thank you, Heather. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming in.